I've been patiently waiting to make this video, mainly because I know very little about these guitars. Yes, I've seen the YouTube videos, and yes, I've seen the Guitar Magazine articles. But when I go online trying to find one, all I can see is there's like these high-end boutique
stores and nothing else.
So today, my friend, we'll take a few minutes to go discover together the JTG guitars by James Tyler Guitars. I'm gonna relancing now. We break it down, baby. Alright, my friend, thank you so much for being here once again in another video. And today, like I said in the intro, we're talking about JTG guitars by James Tyler. If you know anything about guitar heroes of the 80s, I'm talking about Steve Lukather, Dan Huff. If you're familiar with any of those guitar heroes, you're familiar with James Tyler guitars. And if there's two things that I can tell you about James Tyler guitars, is that they are iconic as they are
expensive.
They definitely are like that top tier of instrument. But of course, with a price tag to go with it, it becomes a little bit of a
unobtainium, right?
Or at least for most of us, that is. Or maybe you are a Bitcoin investor and you have tons and tons of money. And if that's the case, smash that super thanks button and hit me, I don't know, with 500 bucks 85 times in a row, just to prove that you really are rich. I'm just kidding. All that to say is that James Tyler guitars are
awesome,
but so far they've been a little bit too expensive for me. Enter JTG guitars, which is basically their overseas lineup. Imagine PRS, PRS-SE, Schecter USA, Schecter, ESP, LTD, Gibson, Epiphone, and so on and so forth. You know what I'm talking about. And I am not gonna say Fender and Squier because I feel like this is a way bigger gap. Because JTG, even though they're a little bit more affordable, they're still not cheap. But I'm talking too much. Let's stop the talking, get to the rocking, and check some guitars. So here we are on my computer, my friend, and the first thing that I'm gonna say is that why I was saying that this is sort of like a mystery, or like a mystery drop if you want to say it like that. First and foremost is because there's not like a JTG website to begin with. And I went, of course, to the James Tyler Guitars website, but of course they are not combining the brands together yet. And this is just about the guitars made in the USA and in Japan. And of course, pickups, dealers, whatever. All your regular information about James Tyler Guitars. So all that I'm left with is like a bunch of like high-end and like super boutique stores. Let's go check one of them. And the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to give a big shout out to GUITARS.THE for having a nice looking website that we're going to be using today to showcase the JTG guitars. And I want to start by saying that I have zero affiliation with the store. I didn't even know they existed. They don't know I exist. They just have a killer website that we're going to use, and I just wanted to give them a shout out, okay? But moving on, you see there's this beautiful set of 7 guitars. Ooh, how cool is that? It's like, just to begin with, it's like a Tele meets like a Les Paul kinda. But let's read a little bit of the specs, and in this case, I am going to read because I don't know anything about them and I want to know. A 2-piece Okume body with a 2-piece hard maple top, scrape binding, kind of like a Les Paul. Okume neck and Indian rosewood fretboard and maple binding, 9.5 radius. A little bit of telly. Standard 59 neck, bone nut, white mother of pearl inlays, luminate side dots, frets Jaskar 5100s, that's jumbo. Rear route, the pickups are their proprietary pickups, JTG Jetro and Super Bridge. They have the dome knobs. Tunematic bridge, JTG locking tuners, strings Diodario, 10 to 46, interesting. Did I not see the scale? No scale. I wonder if it's a 25.5 or a 24. Now let's do the important part. Let's check the pictures. Yeah. Looks good. I want to say that maybe that fretboard might not be like the best to showcase the guitar. In my opinion, I like very highly saturated fretboards. But there's that headstock that you have to love or hate, and me particularly, I love. Everything about the James Tyler aesthetics I really like. And of course, that headstock, it's super cool. I love that back in that era in the 80s, it was all about creativity. And this headstock to me, and of course the colors that they used in JTG guitars, definitely showcase that part of the creativity of people that I'm talking about. This headstock, I don't know, it's like maybe like this shape that we used to do, I don't know, and we were like playing with lanterns, trying to do shades and stuff like that, like playing with shadows, you know, like a dog. But I've heard many people saying that they hate the shape. I particularly love it, like I say, but I want to know what you have to say in the comment section while you're there. And while you're there, remember to like, subscribe, and do all those cool little things I would like to do on YouTube. And enjoy this little bossa nova, my friend. I hope your day keeps getting better and better and better. So yeah, let me know in the comment section if you like or dislike that kind of headstock. And I want to say that in this super detailed picture, you can definitely see the quality of the craftsmanship that we're seeing here. To me, this looks pretty much impeccable. Just that little moment, just that little area, like zoning into it. Okay, beautiful. Just the cool neural knobs. It does have like that Telly meets Les Paul situation, right? Beautiful. Wow, look at that freaking case. Beautiful. JTG branded tuners. That case looks very similar to the one that they're doing in Fender, but it has like this sensation of like, it's like metallic feeling, right? We already know it's not, it has to be plasticky. But overall, this one, very, very nice. In this color that I think it's called the Gym Burst, maybe, which is a very, very iconic James Tyler guitars finish. Let's go to another guitar and let's choose this one, which is called the M1 in Egyptian gold. Again, same specs and everything. So let's just check the beauty of its shapes and the color. I feel like gold is one of the hardest colors for me to judge when I see on video like this. Because I don't know, it might be too yellow, it might be too green, depending on my screen settings. So it's very hard. But again, one consistent feature that I'm noticing is that they have like this like pale looking fretboards. I love gold. This is super gold. I love it. And this is what I'm talking about, like the different shades of gold. Like if you see gold, it's not just like yellow, right? It has a lot of like yellow undertones, like orangey, green, sort of bluish. I don't know. It has a lot of different colors. And you can definitely tell that with this kind of like lightning that they're using for these beauty shots. Great. I think it does look phenomenal. It says handcrafted in China. And then again, another super cool feature. I love how they wrap around the whole headstock when they're doing the branding. If you really are proud of your brand, put it all over. If people don't like it, let them not like it. I mean, they're gonna not like it anyway. But I'm talking smack too, because I know that James Tyler, there's like different kind of headstocks and some of them are like super understated. So to each their own. And then look how cool the way the neck meets the body. It's like in a very different shape that I'm used to seeing, right? In a set neck construction. I love the cutaway right here. All the rounding of the edges. That is something that I've noticed in every single James Tyler guitar that I've ever seen. It has like the best rounding work, like all together, like the fretboard, the headstock, just like the, let me see, what's the name of this thing? This part of the headstock right here where the neck meets the head basically. So very cool. I mean, this gold, it's a very nice representation of gold. I wish like the binding was a different color so that it would pop out a little bit more, just like consistent with the color that we're using here that is a little bit different, but maybe that would just raise the prices and that's why it's not like that. But so far, my friend, really cool. Let's check another guitar. And now we're gonna check like the super strat they have, the JTG. And let's start by checking the different features because right out of the bat, I see that they have an alder body and then very notably the 10 to 14 compound radius fretboard. Those are things that definitely jump at me right now. Other than that, of course, we know that this is a guitar that has like all the like different switching systems. So of course it has all these things that you can go read and have fun with. This is one of my favorite guitars and this particular finish is really lovely. The Chameleon. I don't know if I necessarily love it with that like dark pearloid kind of like pickguard. Maybe I would have liked it with something that makes it pop a little bit more. But it's still looking nice. All the finishing looked phenomenal. I would love to have one right here in the studio just to check it out. Yeah, this looks really, really great. I mean, I don't know what more you could ask from a guitar, to be honest. Like, I'm like really, really trying to like brainwash myself away from that perspective that anything Chinese is bad, right? Because I grew up in an era where like things that were coming from China maybe back in the day were like maybe not the best things made or anything like that. They would break like very quickly and everything like that. But that is not the case anymore in 2025, my friend. There's a lot of really great workforce all over the planet. So yeah, great. That's what I'm talking about. One world. All right, let's check another guitar. And now in Gym Burst Metallic, the JTG. Let's see. Yeah. This is just a piece of art. It's just, I really love this color. It's a little bit of purple, a little bit of red. Looks fly. I used to have a shirt just like that. Really, really cool. Again, consistency on the fretboards not being like super dark and saturated. Nice. It has like this this little sleeve for like the whammy bar, right? Sort of like similar to what Floyd Rose used to be like. I like that. Beautiful. And look how tight that neck is fitting right there in the socket for the body. That just tells you a little bit of like the construction and the attention to detail that they're putting into these guitars. That is something that I heard Rich talking about, that basically they're saying that, I mean, of course, these are just people that are luthiers that love making guitars and that they're trying to make the best guitar that they can. And James Tyler guitars, their reps and everybody just trained them into the ways how to make a James Tyler. I really am close to making a bad financial decision. I really love these guitars, really looking great. Let's find another one. White pearl metallic. Then they have this fly yellow, and then this one that I think might be my favorite, the black metallic. If this one had a super saturated fretboard, this would be unbelievable. Look at that. The gold hardware, the gold logo, the super huge hollow flake. I mean, in my opinion, for me right now, if I were to have the, I don't know, $1,800 that it's costing, I mean, $1,750. Okay, $1,741. If I had that money right now in my pocket burning a hole and I really need to get rid of that money, I'll buy this guitar right now in a heartbeat. Oh, yeah. Look at that. I love that. I absolutely love it because I feel like it just makes the guitar a little bit more interactive when you're playing. And I love to have like a guitar that when it's sitting in my lap, I feel like more stimulated to keep playing it, and like everywhere I look it just like keeps seducing me, and I just play a little bit longer and hopefully I get it a little bit better because I'm practicing a little bit more. So I really like that fact, and this is totally down my alley. Of course, like I'm saying, if it were to have a super dark saturated fretboard, beautiful guitar. I'm really enjoying this one particularly. I knew I was gonna love this one because yeah, it's like every shot, and even like the slanted pickups are such a beautiful touch. Yeah, this guitar is amazing. So if you are the Bitcoin investor that we talked about in the intro, wants to show off how much money you have, this would be the guitar that I would take. Send it my way, please. Yeah, this is beautiful. Yeah. Everything. Just look at the paint job, it's just perfectly made. The laser etching for the serial number and the handcrafted in China part is just perfection. Look how rounded, it's just like, at least in these pictures, the way they're making these beauty shots, it's just really exquisitely showcasing how beautiful these JTG guitars are. And I know I'm doting on them, but man, it's not every day that I find something new that is not just like a regular Les Paul that, you know, I've seen a million Les Pauls and they're all different or whatever. And you just like the morph, let's say, how different that one is from something else that you've seen. But this, it's totally new to me. I absolutely love this guitar, but that's enough. I'm doting enough. Let's go check a few conclusions. All right, my friends, so there you have it. The JTG guitars by James Tyler. Unbelievable drop. Like everything I can see in these pictures, I'm always like looking very critically. I couldn't see anything that jumped at me by say like, this looks like a cheap guitar. But let's be honest, this is not a cheap guitar. I'm rocking at almost $1,750.
None of these guitars are cheap.
But so far, I do trust Rick's word when he says that he trusts these luthiers and that they're doing the best job they can. It looks like they are. I wish I had one of these guitars to check it out here in the channel and just put it through its paceset, put it in a bunch of records and just really know what a James Tyler is all about. And if you have a James Tyler, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you stay all the way here till the very end, let me know in the comment section by writing Holo Flake so that we can share our love for Holo Flake. And even if you don't like Holo Flake, just to share with me my love for this beautiful Holo Flake that they are calling Black Metallic. I am in love with this guitar. But anyway, I'm talking too much. I want to hear about you in the comment section down below. Make sure you like, subscribe. If you can financially support me, smash that super thanks button. I thank you so much. And if you want to watch another video, go watch this one right here. I'll be waiting for you, my friend. Thank you for being here once again. Bye.